All right, today we're doing something a little different. We're going to deconstruct a masterclass in modern marketing just by looking at a single product page for something called the EMF Defense Bracelet. We're going to break down exactly how it persuades you, step by step. Let's dive in. So it all starts with this question. It's designed to make you stop and think, right? It taps into that feeling we all get sometimes. Just feeling tired, stressed out, maybe a little foggy. And it plants this little seed of an idea that maybe, just maybe, the cause is something you've never even considered. And then, bam, you get hit with this headline. It's not a question anymore. It's a statement. It gives the problem a name, invisible frequencies. And right away, it promises you a solution, protection. This immediately sets up that classic problem-solution story that we're all wired to respond to. Okay, so just to be super clear here, our goal isn't to figure out if the science is real or if the product actually works. Nope. Instead, we're going to put on our marketing detective hats and break down this brilliant 5-part formula that this page uses to build its case and convince someone to click buy. First up, the invisible problem. You see, the most effective marketing doesn't start by selling you a product. It starts by selling you on the problem. And in this case, the problem is an enemy you can't see, you can't hear, you can't touch, which, of course, makes it feel even more dangerous. And this is where it gets really smart. The source of this danger isn't some strange, exotic threat from far away. No, it's the stuff you use every single minute of every single day. Your phone, your Wi-Fi, your laptop. These tools that we rely on are suddenly framed as silent threats. So what happens when you're around these things all the time? Well, the page lists these incredibly relatable common issues. Feeling drained? Check. Bad sleep? Yep. Constant stress? Brain fog? Who hasn't felt these things? By connecting these super common feelings to a very specific, invisible cause, the pitch makes you feel like you need a very specific solution. Okay, so once you're convinced there's this big, invisible problem lurking all around you, what do? Well, that brings us to part 2. It's time to introduce the hero of the story, the bracelet itself. And it's not just a product, it's the answer to all that suffering they just described.
And look at how direct this is. There are no vague promises here. It's a perfect one-to-one link. You feel drained? This restores your vitality. You can't sleep? This will give you sound sleep. It's an incredibly simple and persuasive contrast. Problem? Boom, solution.
And then they go for the emotional payoff. It's not just about your body anymore, it's about your mind. They promise to help with stress and, most importantly, to give you peace of mind. The bracelet becomes an invisible shield, a real, physical solution for a fear you can't even see. All right, so you've got the problem, you've got the hero product. But you're probably thinking, yeah, but how does it actually work? Well, part 3 of the formula is all about answering that question. It gives you a scientific-sounding explanation to make it all feel credible and, well, real. They break it down into this super simple 4-step process. They use words like positive ions and negative ions. It gives you this clear cause and effect story that sounds technical and plausible. The bad ions are canceled out by the good ions from the bracelet. Simple. And to really hammer this home, they even give the concept a name in the FAQ section, a negative ion field. By creating their own special term and defining it, they build this internal logic that makes the whole explanation feel more concrete and a lot more authoritative. Okay, this next part is maybe the most important piece of any sales pitch. Trust. After you've explained how it works, you have to prove that it works for real people. And that's where social proof comes in. It's one of the most powerful tools in the marketing playbook. So the first thing they hit you with is this chart. And you don't even have to read the reviews yet. You just see the numbers. A whopping 96% of the reviews are 4 or 5 stars. That visual instantly tells you that, hey, people seem to really, really like this thing. And then you get the personal stories. Take Linda V, for example. Her review is marketing gold because it's short, it's super enthusiastic, and she claims she felt a difference immediately. The idea that you could get relief as soon as I put it on, that's a powerful hook for anyone looking for a quick fix. Then you get Jan's review, which adds this whole other layer. She talks about something totally specific, and maybe even unexpected. Her arthritis pain just vanishing. Testimonials like this are amazing because they suggest the product might even have benefits beyond what the company is officially claiming. But, it's not all perfect praise. To give you the full picture, we gotta look at the critiques too. Even inside the positive reviews, you find people mentioning things like durability issues, problems with the sizing, or how the metal scratches. Now, these aren't about whether it works, but they're real practical concerns from actual customers.
And that leads us right into the final and honestly, the most powerful part of this whole pitch. This is for anyone who's still on the fence, anyone who still has a little bit of doubt. This is the closer. It's the move designed to erase any final reason you might have to say no.
The offer isn't your standard 30-day guarantee. It's not even 60 or 90 days. It's 180 days. That's half a year. That sends a huge signal of confidence in the product, and it gives you an incredibly long runway to decide for yourself if it's working.
And you have to listen to the words they use. No hoops, no hassles. That's so important. It's not just a guarantee, it's a promise that getting your money back will be easy. It removes that fear we all have that asking for a refund is going to be a big, annoying fight.
So, when you put it all together, the final argument they make is almost airtight. It basically boils down to this. Look, almost everybody who buys this loves it, but in the tiny, unlikely chance that you don't, it costs you absolutely nothing to try. So, why wouldn't you?
And that's what I want to leave you with. It's this one final question to think about. When a company offers such a powerful, totally risk-free guarantee, are you really just buying a bracelet, or are you actually buying a 180-day risk-free trial of hope? The possibility of feeling better. It's a fascinating look at what we're all really searching for when we click that Buy Now button.